Okay, 3, 2, 1.
What it is, YouTube? It's your boy, my Maxis.
Solo Jolo.
And we are Critical here, back at it again with another video.
And we are here today because, reviews are in. Reviews have been in for a while, but reviews are, consensus of the reviews at least, are a mixed bag for Wuchang. And we've been playing through Wuchang, and there's something to be said about some of the issues with this game. The more huge, glaring issue in the room, obviously, for me, has been just what I thought was the lack of mechanics turned into a whole skill tree. It's a whole unbalancing skill tree sort of problem. It's interesting. It is interesting. There's something also to be said about some of the boss fights, but aside from that, I feel like that also stems from a just unbalanced, sort of weapon / mechanics, because it's like this whole mechanics locked behind certain skill trees. So it's like it's a mechanical thing, but it's also just a skill tree thing, right? So it's like in the game, there's skills and there's disciplines.
Correct.
And disciplines you get from the skill tree. We might have some B-roll footage playing right about it now, but they have a skill tree and there's a branch for every weapon type. And each weapon type basically not only specializes, but damn near locks behind it a function of the game, right? So it's like right off the bat, right? The weapon I started off with, longsword. Longsword has a counter skill fairly early on, right? You press the discipline button, go into the block stance or whatever for a little time. In a little time, if a weapon hits you at all, they get staggered. You get the punish, right? Heavy punish. It's very skill based, very awesome, very good skill. No other weapon has that really, and that is like, and it is like, huh? You think that just be sort of a base mechanic in the game, but no, it's not. And it's like it becomes fairly obvious that okay, there isn't anything else special to the longsword. Like every other discipline is better used on a secondary longsword. And like it's crazy sounding, but genuinely that is just how the skill tree looks and pans out. Like there's nothing else special to it really, honestly, which is crazy, right? And then you move on to like the spear skill tree, which is right next to it. And it becomes obvious that, so it's very similar aspects to that, in that there's this whole other function called like bold heart or something. And it's like, it's a mechanic where you hit stuff, you get stacks of the thing, and you use disciplines to convert it into Skyborn Might. And if you don't know by now what Skyborn Might is, it's the mana meter, or the mechanic in which the meter fills up and you're able to use anything at all. Spells, the most disciplines and skills, they all cost Skyborn Might. Everything you do besides just regular attacks usually cost Skyborn Might. So the spear's whole gimmick is converting this bold heart stuff into Skyborn Might, and then using your disciplines with from Skyborn Might to gain more of the stacks. And and you begin to realize, so genuinely, this is the discipline / skill weapon, So you're not getting the most out of weapon skills unless it's spears and you're in the spear tree. It sounds wild as fucking. It sounds incorrect, but I promise you, just by looking at it, you can tell that's the case. Like, you never know it if you don't fully go into it and just see all of the freaking nodes. But it literally is just that, genuinely. And then you go on to like the one-handed sword. The one-handed sword is so stupid. So the one-handed sword is the freaking spell weapon. You might have noticed in the game by now that spells basically suck. I'm pretty sure Mike can confide with me on that point.
Yes,
the spells are basically useless.
Bro, they're low tier. Some of the most low tier spell things. And now, obviously, I'm letting Jaren take the lead here because, as you can see, I am currently struggling with Fish Lady.
Yeah, trying to beat Bird Fish
with the dual swords, non sequitur. We will get to the dual swords.
We'll get to the dual swords right
I
after
will
this.
talk about the dual swords. I am letting him lead the conversation on the other weapons because I already had decided that I was going to pick dual swords in the game, and I have my own qualms about the dual swords, but we will get to that momentarily. Continue, Jerry.
The spells themselves, right? Some spells, the most useful spells get. Some spells have this like precursor animation, which is basically a dodge, and so it's like a free dodge out of basically anything. And so it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. They cost anywhere from 2 to 4 Skyborn might, but okay. But like most spells do basically jack shit for damage, and like some of them do some build up of certain stats, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
the one-handed sword later on in his branch has just a string of damn near 20 in both feathering and magic, and so it's like, oh, so this is where this is where you're supposed to get all the damage from the spell, son. This is where it is. This is where it is. And it's like even the skills and the disciplines from most of the one-handed swords all sort of cater to that sort of sense. And it's like, well, what's the point of a magic of a spell / magic mechanic if only one weapon is going to really be able to utilize it? That's really dumb to me. And then the next weapon, which I feel is insanely dumb weapon. I don't think it's the best weapon, but it's the dumbest weapon. A weapon I was forced to basically go into to progress. The double swords. Take it away, bro. Because, like, what the fuck?
So, interestingly enough, I do enjoy the idea of the double swords gameplay the way they have it set up. However, it is, as you say, like with every other weapon class in the game, it's horribly unbalanced. Because, yes, I don't get the weapon skill. You get the weapon skill Blade Master, which basically gives you lifesteal for your next, I guess, 5 consecutive attacks. And that's it's pretty good lifesteal when you combine it. So yeah, man, we getting into these dual blades. I got my own qualms with the dual blades. Now, just like every other weapon in the game, they have the thing that they can do that other weapons can't do, which I hate. I just hate that about.
Yeah,
I hate that that's the thing with. But anyway, So with the dual blades, I do like it because I already knew that I was gonna go for the dual blade play style because that's just what I like to do, right? There is an ability. Well, the first ability is Blade Master, which is the most important ability. It's you swipe your blades like this, and it gives you lifesteal for your next combo, basically, right? And it's really good, especially when you combine it with the right I don't know what they're called, the right runes and talismans and shit that you can equip to your character to make it more powerful or whatnot and what have you. It synergizes well with this kind of build. The thing is that you cannot this build heavily synergizes and heavily relies on clashing, which is in this game is like attacking at the same time as the enemy attacks, so you can negate like 80% of the damage, like 80 to 90% of the damage. And that's cool. That by itself, like I keep saying, I like the idea of that. That sounds awesome. It encourages aggressive, fast play, which is what I like. The thing about it is you have to do that, and if you're not using Blade Master, that play style is going to get you killed. Because you're not mitigating all of the damage, you're mitigating some of the damage. And the whole point is to clash with the villain or your opponent as many times as possible. But if you're doing that and you're not getting any time to breathe and any respite due to both the playstyle that is encouraged and the mini boss fights that won't give you such respite, I'm just gonna have to say that it's a little bit weird that if you're not using Blade Master, the entire play style of the dual blade falls apart. It becomes a double-edged sword that's hurting you more than it would hurt anybody else. Because you're not getting extra damage from Blade Master. You're getting more of a return. Like I said, it mitigates the damage. It takes the damage mitigation from the clash effect from all of your abilities. It takes it from 80% to like 95%.
Yeah.
And you can basically heal up to full in one combo if you pull off Blade Master correctly.
Yeah. Exactly. It's exactly as dumb as it sounds. And like he said, because Clash is something that the first thing that we talked about that every weapon can basically do, the issue becomes clashing is dumb to do without the dual blade. Yes. It becomes the dumbest. It's a redundant mechanic. It's completely useless if you're not using Blade Master and with the dual blades. Like the dual blades are the clash weapon, and clashing is something you'll be doing very often when you're using the dual blades. So it's like, yeah, no. To get the most use once again out of a mechanic at all, you're gonna have to use this weapon at all, and every other discipline you get from the skill tree is completely supplementary to the dual blades. It's dumb. It's really dumb. And then we move on. I think, to the most hold and dumb weapon in the game. Like, boy, I tell you what, I feel bad. I feel bad for halibuts. I feel bad. They get a bad rap in this game, boy. Yeah. So halibuts. Halibuts are big, dumb, and slow in this game. They start off the rip with like the skill that like obviously lets you block for real. You can't block in this game unless you got the halibut. There's your block. And you know, from there it's just it genuinely doesn't even behoove me to go deep into it. Because it's the literal worst weapon in the game, but because it's the worst skill tree in the game. It literally, like, it doesn't help you at all whatsoever. It's a bunch of fucking different nodes that help you with the combos or whatever, and it's like it becomes very apparent. It became very apparent at that point that, okay, instead of giving us all of these mechanics literally just in the game, they gave it to us through the skill tree, so they don't have boring skill trees. And that's genuinely what it comes down to. And I know you know what I'm talking about. In many of RPGs, they'll have skill trees where literally every node is 5% damage here, 10% bonus there, extra point in strength. It's like literally it'll be the whole skill tree for a lot of RPGs, right? And so to combat that and actually have eventful and cool skill trees, they basically broke up the combat of the game. And it's like, and it really doesn't help it, I feel, in the long run. I feel like it dulls the combat a bit. Like, genuinely, the combat becomes very one note with the way they want you to play it. Give it to her. Come on now. And it's like, yeah. And it's like and it's like that also, and it also play, and it branches off. This issue isn't just this is just the one thing, because this issue branches out and it fucks other shit up. Like the issue I've been having with boss fights. In boss fights, it's either gonna go one or two ways. You get behind them, you stagger them, and you get the backstab, or you're just gonna out damage them. And that's literally every boss fight. And it's like, the boss fights are beautifully designed. All their attacks are really cool. But at the end of the day, the way you interact with them is just not thought out enough, man. You needed every mechanic as a base for every weapon. You really do. I genuinely believe that way every boss fight would actually be fucking meaningful and actually require you to interact with, you know, different stuff and the different mechanics of the game. But it's like, it's just not. It's just not. It's not there. It fucks up the boss fights genuinely, I feel. and it turns these boss fights that could be epic and cool and really engaging as fuck into just annoying, honestly. And I feel like this is a good epitome of it, honestly, genuinely. Because like when I was using a longsword, right? I was trying to do the counter because that's the longsword thing. Counter them. We're trying to counter them. Maybe use one of the other supplementary weapons with the other supplementary disciplines that aren't counter to build up some sort of status effect or some shit. That was usually what I was doing. But you can't counter any of her moves meaningfully. She doesn't stagger when you do it. So it's like, what's the point? There's no point in even doing it. You just kind of try to get behind her, backstabber, as you can see what he's been trying to do.
Man.
The long sword is terrible at that because it's slower than the dual blades. So,
The dual blades literally come with a skill that encourages you to get behind them, and it's supposed to reward you with any one of these ticks of this heavy. The instant heavier on the dual blades instantly procs the stagger if you hit them in the back.
Yeah.
Like that's what it does. Like that's the whole entire point of the of the ability.
Literally, like dog, I can't express enough how really the how unbalanced this game is and how it genuinely takes the game that could be a fucking 9 or 10. It drags it down damn near to a 7, genuinely. And it's like, it's so frustrating because I like this game a lot. This game, everything about this game is beautiful as fuck. It's cool as fuck. And it's just like, man, if they just had more time to flesh out and fuck with the combat mechanics and the skill tree specifically, this would be a lot. This would be a lot better of a game as a whole. Because you will find that the whole crux of a boss fight is, all right, let me get behind you. And that is lame as fuck. It's the lamest shit ever. It was intriguing the first time I had to do it. After that, it's annoying as hell. Cause the boss's whole gimmick has just been they get faster and faster and more active. And it's like, dog, what am I here for? What is this shit, dog? Come on. It really
when all of the bosses have the same gimmick, just different clothes. It's like, oof.
The
epicness of the boss fights, no matter how beautifully crafted they otherwise are, if they all are damaged by the same kind of thing, I don't know, man. Because all of the regular enemies are damaged by that too. That's like a mechanic across the board. So I don't want to say take that away. But it's like sometimes it's the only way to beat the boss.
Exactly. It's like it's a lot more viable. All the different things, even the halibut I've seen, is a lot more viable outside of bosses. The minute you get to the bosses, it feels more like they took away these mechanics and locked them behind the weapons, rather than they made this weapon system with having those mechanics locked behind the weapons in mind. To me, at least, it genuinely feels like it was supposed to be you just able to block or counter baseline for it with every weapon, but it doesn't pan out that way. It really don't. But besides that, once again, I genuinely want to go back to the spells. There are no good spells. Unless you can spam the spells, there are no good spells. And that is a wild thing to have. That is wild always to me that developers will have a completely useless mechanic. And spells being completely useless is crazy. Spells are supposed to be this combat system. A combat system like this is saving grace. Genuinely, it's just not though. It's just like, bro. This could have, like, man, they could have cooked this a lot more, man. Like, genuinely could have cooked this shit a lot more. It would have been cool to have to do different stuff for different bosses. Like, this is the boss you really got to try to counter, or this is the block you got to block this attack and then they're open, or this boss you really got to clash with them, and then you can, it would have been that would have been cool. That would have been really awesome. I feel like it was not only a missed opportunity, it was probably something they could have and would have done but they just didn't, and they locked this stuff behind the skill tree, and the skill tree is ass thus far. And I don't see I don't see this being able to be patched out either. This isn't like a this isn't a fix it later type of issue. I don't think. I think this is
the fundamental flaw in the design of the game. I think
this is it's fundamental enough in the game that it's like shit. What do you do about it now? You just got to do better in a 2. It is like damn, it's really over with.
Bro, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, damn. It's unfortunate.
Oh, shit.
It really is. Genuinely, like, I don't know. I don't get the mindset behind even choosing to do something like this. And I feel like that is one of the reasons why you're seeing these reviews and they're being like very disappointing. you know, like if it isn't people glazing it, it is people utterly disappointed with this game. And it's like, I mean, yeah. Like, wasn't this a full, like, what price? How much was this? It was like full price game.
$50, I remember.
Like, real quick price check. Pause. Yeah, so it is at least on PlayStation $50. So it's not like a full price game, right? Saving $10 or $20 or so for the regular edition, but it's like, I don't know. I still feel like they could have knocked out the water. This could have been one of the big ones for the year. This could have easily been one, but it missed opportunity, man. Total flop. Total flop on in the places where it really should have shined. A game like this, honestly.
Yeah, honestly.
Like, 'cause to me, I don't know. I'm not a game developer, but to me, these feel like really simple fuck ups. And it's like everything else, it seems to be fine with the game. These feel like obvious enough fucking changes to me. like
yeah.
To me, this seems like if I was testing this out before release, it'd be like, okay, this obviously needs to happen. But other than that, game's a hit. It's oh man, I don't know if I sound like an asshole saying that, but I do feel like genuinely this is the dumbest mistake to have made it.
We didn't even really get into the disciplines really and the benedictions and all of that because all of the stuff really doesn't matter. I still only have
because besides the main ones, they're all only supplementary with like this can do this attack and it can do this build up, and it's like it's all shit that is like, okay, if I have a second of the same weapon, I could do the swift draft or draw over to and like possibly work that into like a combo or something. But I mean, not worth it. It's like it's just as effective to keep on. It's just as effective to keep smacking them with the same weapon you got. It's like
you don't get no crazy damage from pulling off the weapon switch combo.
This could have been so cool had there been sort of like a thought process of maybe it'd be cool to like sort of tie in certain skill to the other skill tree. So like you have a double sword halberd sort of build, and like you use the swift draft thing and you can do something. You can do this, and it has its benefits. Shit like that, you know, it's like this could have, because there's two cut once again. I don't think I even mentioned it. There's 2 weapon slots. There's 2 whole different weapon slots, and it's like it feels like this was supposed to be
a weapon switching type of game, but it feels like
it's supposed to be a Devil May Cry sort of combat, or like a or like or something else, something a lot more
action than
something a lot more
Souls-like.
a lot more active, but it feels like they really tried to slow the fucking game down, and I
think they realized the game was really short. It feels like they realized that the game was shorter than it needed to be or than they thought, because they had a gameplay a certain kind, like, they had it set up a certain kind of way. Because the way everything felt, it all felt last minute in certain areas.
Yeah, it said that's what it feels, very last minute decisions for real, and it's like you can say that, well, if you could just respec, but it's like there's not a fix to the problem. Respecing constantly on every interaction isn't actually a fix to a problem,
and it's also not fun.
It's also not fun. Like, like I said, this needed more time to cook for sure. This definitely needed more time to cook, and if they got it right, this would have been worth the $60 or $70. But right now, it's $50, and it's like, If Souls like is your type of thing, you probably get some fun out of it. But man, it is a rough one. It's a rough one because it could have been very, very great, and I do like it a lot more than other Souls likes. But like, man, it really dropped the ball hard enough that it's like I want to put it above a game like Kazan, but I just can't now. This far in the game, this deep into it, I really can't. I've enjoyed myself more in it, but I can't put it above Kazan, man. It's like, man, it's so fucked.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, cause
so fucked. I wanted to. I so desperately wanted to put this above Kazan. I can't do it.
Kazan's main issue actually can be patched.
Exact. That's the problem.
And I think they've patched it since.
They probably have. Shit, I haven't played it. They probably have. But yeah, this has been just a quick discussion on what we think is the main crux of the issue with this game, and why it's probably not going to be up there for big games of the year. But it was a game, and it is pretty good,
It's all right, man.
It's pretty okay. You feel me? If it ever goes on discount, it's an immediate buy. But other than that, I can't recommend. I can't really recommend.
I mean, I recommend it if you like Souls likes.
Right. If you got the money and you have most area of the game you wanted this year, go ahead buy it, give it a try.
But if you're
if you live in
torn between this game and another game, get the other one.
Yeah, if you live in paycheck to paycheck and you torn between this and something else, it's safer to get the other thing for sure. I guess that shit.
Unless the other things like Road to Redemption or some shit, like some obviously terrible game.
Right. Like you about to get some whack that obviously. Come on now.
Yeah, if it's between this and 2K, then I guess
I'd get this before I got Black Self Call of Duty.
Yeah,
like one of those skin bundles or whatever the fuck Call of Duty be selling. But yeah, that's it. I think that's all we got for you. We gonna keep on trying to beat Bo Sorcerer. You feel me? I'm damn near done with the game. I managed to luck out on Bo Sorcerer. But yeah,
I just been at work too much to beat Bo Sorcerer. I could have been beat her like 3 days ago.
Yeah, hey. Yeah, what it is. That's all we got for y'all today, though. It's been a slightly longer video than we probably initially intended for, but it's fine. If you fuck with us, interact with the video in any sort of way, or just as simple as going over to our Kick and giving that a follow. You feel me? And tune in on, you know what I'm saying?
Link to our Kick will be in the description below.
Yeah. There'll be links to the Kick. Go check out the Kick. While you down there, just leave it a like. Just a little like. That's all we ask.
One little like, you hear me? It's free and shit.
If you don't want to fuck with the like, bro, fuck with the subscribe button for the one time. Just one time. That's all it takes. You can forget about it. After you hit the subscribe button once, it's over. Look, fuck with us.
Trying to get in that algorithm, man.
Look, fuck with us a little bit. You feel me? Just a little bit.
And also tell us, hey, what you think about the game, man?
Exactly. Exactly. If you genuinely just don't want to fuck with any of those, come down to the comment section and tell us what could we do? You feel? What could we do to get you? We want you. What could we do to get you in here? You feel me? Talk to us down there below. Talk to us if you disagree with our points. You feel me? Comment down below if you didn't know. If you genuinely just didn't know, because most of the skills are mega grayed out. You can't even hover over them. So,
or if you think we missed some things,
if we missed something, or we need to go a little deeper on the halibut skill tree because we missed something. But yeah, fuck with us. Do anything. Interact with the video in any type of way. We appreciate all love, all support, even negativity. Sometimes we fuck with it all. Honestly,
sometimes all.
Yeah. But I think that's all we got for you.
Yeah.
We gonna keep on trying to beat this bitch. Peace.
Yep. See ya.